Hello guys, my name is Xavier Effiong from c.r.k, and in this video I want to tell you what happened in our office sometime June last year. So the landlord sent the facility manager to save all of us tenants. Notice that the rent has been increased. My office then was a 36 square meter suite, and my rent was increased from 1.2 million to 3.6 million. And all our co-tenants, we came together, we were thinking, okay, let's go and see the landlord. We went to see the landlord. So, sir, what's happening? Why are you doing this? Life is difficult already. We're not making a lot of sales. And he said exchange rate has gone up. And when we came back from his office, our co-tenants were worried. What has exchange rate gotten to do with him increasing the rent of the property? Is he buying cement afresh to build the place? Is he importing roofing sheets afresh to build the place? Is he buying sand afresh to build the place? Is he buying diesel afresh to build the roads within the place? Is he buying plumbing materials afresh? Is he importing electrical equipment afresh? Is he importing electrical fittings afresh? At the end of all that argument and all that quarrel and all that, we had one option: to either pay that rent or get out of that place. So when we finish all that, and I asked the question, so what can we do so that instead of always being at the receiving end of rent increment, we could also be the ones increasing rent? Or at least if our landlord increase our own rent, we can also increase rent for our tenants to be able to even out. Okay, so people started asking, do you know how much it takes to build a shopping mall? Yeah, you don't need to own everything. What if we come together to own a shopping mall? Okay, if we cannot own a full shopping mall, what if we come together to buy a shop within a shopping mall? Okay, if we cannot do that, what if we come together to buy a house in an estate? What if we come together to buy an apartment in an estate? No matter what you do, if you are paying rents, you also need to be taking rents from somewhere, so that as your own rent is increasing, the rent you are paying is increasing, you can also be increasing rent for your own tenants. Okay, so now to do that, we came together with credible developers in the FCT, so that they can give us property that we don't need to worry about demolition, we don't need to worry about title perfection, we don't need to worry about the risk of buying another person's property, and we do not need to worry about the risk of scam and swindles. Okay, so we came together with credible developers and built fungis.com. So if you visit www.fungis.com, you will see a list of property that you can buy into, whether you can buy a whole building or an apartment, or a fraction of a whole building or a fraction of an apartment. So when you visit fungis.com, click on the FAQs to read about the questions and answers. We've answered a lot of questions concerning the scheme. How much is the scheme? What's required to participate? Who determines the price? How do I get out if I want to sell? Who determines the rent? How is the mortgage? Can I take a mortgage to buy a whole building? Can I take a mortgage to buy a fraction of a building? What's the terms of the mortgage? Is there a mortgage protection insurance? If someone takes a mortgage and then dies, what happens to the family? We have answered all those questions, okay? So on fungis.com, you can buy a whole building or a fraction. You can take a mortgage to buy a whole building. You can take a mortgage to buy a fraction of a building. You can take a mortgage to buy an apartment. You can take a mortgage to buy a fraction of an apartment. All right. Okay, guys, that's it from me today. My name is Xavier Effiong from fungis.com, and I'll see you guys in the next video.